Chapter 1. Your Magical Abilities.
The greatest danger for most of us is not that our aim is too high and we miss it, but that it is too low and we reach it. Michelangelo.
You are a powerful magician. Your true powers are growing daily with study and practice. As you remember the truths that resonate deep inside you, you manifested this book to help remind you who you are and everything you can do. The next stage of your magical training is here. These pages contain everything you will need to unlock a fuller, deeper power. They will remind you in a new yet familiar way of your true divine nature and the richness of unconditional love. Within these pages are all the keys to restoring your belief in yourself. You'll learn about the divinity, which is you, and how to embody your soul in a tangible, felt sense. Techniques and exercises to heal your physical, mental, and emotional bodies exist next to practical and legitimate spells. You'll learn about manifestation, making things happen, and why some spells are more effective and efficient than others. You'll learn more about intention, consciousness, and good, rational research. What is a rainbow body? Is immortality possible? What is divine light? How can angels help me? Do I need psychic protection? How does reincarnation work? How can I create new spells? If you've ever wondered those things or more, your answer behind answers is here. Not just direct responses, those are easy and of course included, but also instructions on how to develop the ability to arrive at the truth behind those questions and all other questions as you learn to safely explore the astral realms, access Akashic records, and learn how to channel. With karmic permission, you will receive healing and learn how to heal yourself of literally anything because you create your reality. This book is not new agey feel-good entertainment. It is a practical guide specifically formulated to help you remember and re-experience your true nature. While there are several parables, they include direct transmissions, as do the fairy tales that taught real magic and thus were strong enough to survive the ages of information control by political and religious powers that are quickly losing ground as humanity becomes, as you become, free. This book will change your life, if you allow it to. Freedom is something we embody. It is more than a perspective. It is a way of living life. Have you ever wanted to say something, do something, and held back? Felt your true and authentic self ready to burst free, only to be stopped by a lack of courage or lack of faith? Fear is the greatest enemy of your training. Fear saps our courage and keeps us focused on the things we don't want to manifest. Paradoxically, in this way, fear manifests what we don't want to happen. This book, if you apply it correctly, will help you shed your fears. Not just to practice magic in safe, meaningful ways, but also how to live your truth. Deep down inside, have you always wanted to talk a certain way, dress a certain way, live a certain way? Have you wanted to love certain types of people in certain ways that others didn't approve of? Have you wanted to eat or move or be a way that felt right, but that didn't meet the approval of other people? especially those that were supposed to love and care for you and have your best interests at heart? Have you ever sought true friends, sought a tribe, and wondered why conversations felt strangely empty, lacking in substance and depth, except on rare moments of deep and true connection? Let's fix that. All of it. Let's imagine a world where you are clear on your wishes, where your higher self is aligned with your desires of your ego, when you know with absolute certainty the difference between what is right for you and your highest self and what is a compulsion of the ego, something to make you comfortable, something to escape. Let's imagine a world where imagination is actually the bridge between thought and reality. Reality you can learn to see through, edit, and create. Let's imagine a world where experimentally, scientifically, collectively, we can test it. My friend and fellow magician, all that you have heard here is true. Imagination is the mind's bridge to the astral plane. The astral plane is one step up in complexity, one dimension higher than our physical, material, 3D plane of existence. By understanding higher dimensions, how they work, what they enable, you can understand where magic comes from. You can also understand how ideas that skeptics accept, like the placebo effect and subconscious suggestion, can coexist in a world of divine manifestation that includes things like miracles, materializations, levitation, and telekinesis. In this book, you will receive a map, one of many, about enlightenment, one viewpoint that is clear, useful, and traversable. You will receive a map towards fun spirituality and to making the miraculous commonplace. Magic is about self-transformation. It is about shifting into love and service. It isn't all just flashy woo-woo. Yet, the flashy stuff does help us remember. Whether you learn to resurrect a beloved pet, or experience more synchronicities, or even simply live life more reverently, more joyfully, you'll hopefully realize that magic is just science we don't understand yet. Time to start understanding it. Time to start learning real magic. The 9D System of Magic. The higher your dimensional awareness, the greater your potential for magical impact. We are multi-dimensional beings. Magic is viewed differently based on how open, experienced, and awake you are. 2D magic, symbolic representation. How lower instructions empower you to connect with higher realms. Lower and higher are progress markers, not judgments. High magic is more efficient, especially for major changes, but until you have access to it, lower and intermediate magics will be your most powerful because they will work for you. It's like gymnastics. A running jump could be lower, a headstand could be intermediate, and a backflip could be higher. The same reference can apply here, both for what you know is possible today and what will be possible with training. 3D magic, physical time-space, psychology, subconscious, placebo, autosuggestion, the material components of crystals, essential oils, and sound. Sacred geometry as the bridge between dimensions. The structure of how energy organizes to form physical matter. 4D magic, energetic astral. Auras, chakras, meridians, souls as clusters of personalities, and key memories from past lives. Intro-level psychic abilities. Elemental magic, polarity, spirits, angels, elves, fairies, memory, third eye opening to see through time and space. 5D magic, causal karmic, ripple effects, rapid manifestation, theory of parallel realities and timelines, agreements between souls for specific circumstances, and seeing how these circumstances serve your growth and were your conscious choice. Wounds as gifts, and a faster way to heal trauma and repressed memories. 5D magic is a very effective way of reducing suffering and enabling unconditional and unlimited forgiveness. 6D magic, blessed demigod or goddess, the science of blessing and how it differs from energy, clearer maps of multiple realities and timelines and how to access them. Simultaneous bodies and minds as your consciousness can travel between for rapid shifts in physical form. In physical form, personality, or circumstances. Ascension. 7D magic, divine magic. Interacting with, requesting from, and re-becoming divinity. Invocation, evocation. I am. Embodied in simultaneous awareness of multiple timelines with present tense awareness. 8D magic. Perceptions of unity. Intro to non-duality. Everything, nothing, alpha, omega. All and void. White holes that provide matter and black holes that absorb it. A shift from creating or changing to seeing your desire as existing in an infinite multiverse of all simultaneous possibilities, and seeing your intent as already present, then shifting your consciousness to a point of knowing and experiencing rapid manifestation. 9D magic, unity. From the unity point of all things, this level is simultaneously 1D magic. At the moment of unity, your intent simply is. There is no striving, no effort. Often, most lower work is in preparation for a single sliver of time, a specific instant where, like a light switch, you go from unmanifested to manifested. The Big Bang was such an event. And, from some vantage point, remember that the Big Bang can be represented just on the third dimension, which means there may have been a divine intelligence, 7th, who offered the blessing, 6th, of her exhalation to cause, 5th, the energies, 4th, and forms, 3rd, of galaxies to exist, 2nd. And then, after his 400 billion year exhalation, she drew in a breath, and the Creator was one with itself. First, a reminder that your infinite and immortal soul has no gender. Pronouns will be interchangeably used to help remember this. This system is discussed more deeply in Chapter 5, Foundations of Your Magical Studies. Purpose and mission. Magic is Real was channeled to help serve the greater spiritual awakening of humanity by 1. Teaching some of the greater and now more accessible mysteries of what it means to be a soul living in a human body. 2. Tuning into the joy many of us feel about real magic. Psychic abilities, energy healing, channeling, manifestation, immortality, etc., and describing many of these concepts and how to access them to a global audience. 3. Including fun, grounded, practical maps into the multi-dimensional mysticism of our world. Shamans, witches, wizards, druids, healers, angels, astral entities, star people, goddesses and gods, and all sorts of magical beings. As they are channeled, they define, explain, and share from personal and collective perspectives. Thus, language shifts from I, which is usually the voice of David Solomon, to we. 4. This book was channeled to unveil some of the paradoxical complexities of the occult fields with simple language and logic. 5. And it was meant to create something that would serve both veteran seekers and beginners, with many golden nuggets for the advanced student and practitioner. This is an invitation for you to be part of something bigger than yourself. This is a hand extended onto you to join in the building of humanity's next golden age.